I started in our headquarters, which is based out of Hilversum in the Netherlands, and moved to New York relatively quickly afterwards. I did that for about 9 months and then moved back to HQ to get my official visa sorted out. And in that process, MediaMonks decided to open up shop here on the West Coast, and here we are.
Welcome.
It's so beautiful.
Run me through this one more time.
There's a very interesting collapse between 3 different industries, if I may. Entertainment, on the one hand, then tech that flows from Silicon Valley straight into Silicon Beach, and then advertising. And MediaMonks positioned themselves or ourselves in kind of that epicenter or that sweet spot of those 3 industries, which is an area full of opportunities. Most of our clients have been international advertising agencies. They have a global footprint, and we have been working with them across our other offices. So that was an easy foot in the door for us to do some work with those agencies. Due to a shift that we notice in the industry, where a lot of big brands now start acquiring agencies or start building their own creative agencies from the ground up, made us do a lot more direct-to-brand business, simply because we're not working with external agencies, but with their internal creative agencies. So through that, we got connected to guys like Uber, Airbnb, Google, etc., etc. I think my focus points would be for this office would be making sure we stay contextually relevant to the local market needs. We have to grow with the asks that we get from the market. And on the other hand, what I'd love to focus on and push the team for is keep producing work that is just a little bit better than everything that is out there. Not only to be the best at what we do, but also to try and push the industry and see if we can help take it up a notch. So I think where the US is very strong at is the always on mentality. If you need something done, you can text or email, you get a response back in the same minute. It doesn't matter if it's Monday morning 9 a.m. or Sunday 3 p.m. The always on mentality and culture is strong, and that's why things always keeps going. Where the Dutch, on the other hand, tend to be extremely efficient. So some people call it the 9-to-5 mentality. I call it efficiency. If you can do everything you have to do in 8 hours instead of 16, then I think that is a very smart way of going about your time. My take on time management, especially in the early days with MediaMonks Los Angeles, was do the old school producer trick, which is just don't sleep. Now we tend to have a few very efficient processes and pipelines in place where that's not needed anymore. Although I tend to start very early to make sure there's some overlap when it comes to the Netherlands and the west coast of the US. The fact that we think that we can just do things upon arrival and blend into the US culture, because we believe that we are very similar. We watch the same movies, we like the same food, and in general there's a lot of overlap between those two cultures, but to me, I strongly believe that there's a distinct cultural difference. The Americans are better at selling things than the Dutch. I think that is rooted in their competitive nature. So one advice from me to the Dutch entrepreneurs when they come here would be make sure you step up your pitch game because you're probably a few steps behind. Make sure that you stay true to yourself and embrace your own work ethic, but make sure you're contextually relevant to the local market and respect the cultural difference. I think that from a helicopter point of view. From your startup level, from a corporate perspective, I would say embrace change, stay dynamic, because the industry changes rapidly, especially when you're looking at all the new technology and the toolkit that we have and we can play with, from AR to VR to mixed reality, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, all the buzzwords, you name it. But also, even looking ahead in 12 months or 24 months from now, when we're looking at blockchain technology and smart economy and digitizing the world, there are so many things changing so rapidly. You need to stay dynamic and flexible to make sure to stay relevant. So that on a business level, and on a personal level, step up that pitch game, because you want to be better than your competitors, and in general the level here is high. Make sure your pitch is on par and just better than anyone else.